So what can I tell you that you may not know? Well, here's one final fact for you, which I learned some 30 years ago when we dined together in restaurants in that other Cambridge over the seas. His knowledge and appreciation of fine wines is profound. You knew, of course, that he was a Nobel laureate. Perhaps you even knew that he was a Chevalier of the Légion d'honneur. But did you also know that he's a Chevalier of the Commanderie des Divines Bouteilles, an organization he regards as fundamentally literary because one of its founders was Rabelais. So, dear friends, I ask you, as Skip did at the start, to give it up tonight for my good friend, the actor, autobiographer, bon vivant, cosmopolitan, critic, director, dramatist, essayist, filmmaker, Nobel laureate, novelist, enophile, poet, and political activist, the Yoruba, the Nigerian, the African, Wole Soyinka.
Today, Saturday, 13th of July 2024, marks the climax of series of local and international activities held in the honor of Nigeria's iconic son and the world-renowned professor Akinwande Oluwole Babatunde, famously known as Wole Soyinka, at the age of 90.
Thank you very much. I believe in karma. I didn't until I met Skip Gates. So I know that karma follows one around in various existences. I know this to be true because I've lived a blameless life. I don't swear, I don't smoke, whatever else you hear, I don't drink, I don't philander. So why was I ever inflicted with this phenomenon called Skip Gates?
The event was kick-started at the ancient palace of the Alake and paramount ruler of Egbeland, Oba Adedotun Aremu Gbadebo, where some eminent Nigerians were selected to direct a week-long event to celebrate this literary icon.
I was born at the Makota Hospital, which is now the Ake here, by the same woman, the Scottish woman, Makota, nursing sister, who delivered him, also delivered me 9 years after. He grew up in Ake here and walked to the school himself at the age of 2 to say, I am joining this school. What are you doing? I want to learn. And that's how he started learning. And by 11, he went to Government College Ibadan after passing through Abekuta Grammar School briefly. Gentlemen of the press, you are most welcome.
At a press conference was a suggestion to the federal government to declare every 13th of July World Wole Soyinka Day.
It is said that honor should be bestowed on whom honor is due. It is for this reason and many more that I, on behalf of all Lagos sons and daughters at home and in the diaspora, announce that henceforth we shall observe July 13th as Wole Soyinka Day.
At the age of 38, Soyinka was awarded the 1986 Nobel Prize in Literature for his wide cultural perspective and poetic overtones, fashioning the drama of existence, the first sub-Saharan African to win the prize in literature. There were a series of local and international activities held in his honor to underscore the literary giant's global relevance. A symposium and poetry reading were also held in Rabat, Morocco. The event was organized by the Academy of the Kingdom of Morocco and the Pan-African Writers Association, PAWA. No doubt, Soyinka deserves all the accolades as he marks the milestone of 90 years on earth. Having beaten prostate cancer, this milestone is a fitting testament to his ruggedness as a person and the significance of his work. It is also fitting that Nigeria and the world celebrate this national treasure while he is still alive. Nigeria's federal government, to honor this man, renamed the National Theatre in Igombu Surulere, Lagos, as the Wole Soyinka Center for Culture and Creative Arts. This is done according to the federal government, not only to celebrate Wole Soyinka's remarkable literary achievements, but also his unwavering dedication to the values of human dignity and justice. It is not also surprising to call Soyinka the pride of Africa, as he has been leading from the front against the abuse of power, military dictatorships, and syncretism of African rulers, alongside human rights abuses and the struggle against racial discriminations in some African countries. This service to humanity has led to generations of the old and young who look up to him as their role model.
Apart from being principled, I mean, obviously everybody knows he's a very creative person. Not many people will realize that he's a very, very private person. He likes to spend a lot of time on his own, enjoys his own company. Clearly, that's when he spends his time thinking. And he also is very sociable, but it has to be on his terms when he wants to have the company and what have you. He's humorous. I think anybody who studies his work can tell from his work that he has a great sense of humor. And
outside the Kenta Estate Gate in Idiaba, the outskirts of Abeokuta, was where his abode is. It is a small republic of Ijegba, nearly becoming a town. Located high up in the hills of Kenta, there is a brick house surrounded by forest and birdsong. It is the home of Akinwande Oluwole Babatunde Soyinka. Earlier today, being his birthday, a long line of children stretched as they marked their way into the forest. They walked excitedly from the open plains where a couple of buses were parked for them to find their way into the republic. No national anthem is sung and total freedom of expression is allowed. Inside the amphitheater, located at the basement of the red brick house, a large number of children struggled to pack into the available spaces. For close to 15 years, Kongi always hosted children across the country and selected kids from Ogun State. Over 2,000 students, youths, and over 200 adult participants usually congregate every year at the project's permanent venue in Ijegba for stage, a vast creative village located in the neighborhood of Wole Soyinka's residence in the Idiaba housing estate, Kenta, Abeokuta. Born on 13th July 1934 in Abeokuta, near Ibadan, in western Nigeria, after preparatory university studies in 1954 at Government College in Ibadan, he continued at the University of Leeds, where later in 1973 he took his doctorate. During the 6 years spent in England, he was a dramaturgist at the Royal Court Theatre in London between 1958 and 1959. In 1960, he was awarded a Rockefeller bursary and returned to Nigeria to study African drama. At the same time, he taught drama and literature at various universities in Ibadan, Lagos, and Ife, where since 1975 he has been professor of comparative literature. At 90, it's been so many reasons, so much change for Wole Soyinka. His stories have continued to reflect a life well lived. This wish is for him to be renewed in spirit and energy, for guidance and wisdom. Happy birthday to Kongi at 90.